Hi, good day. I am Feliz Andrea Marie Emma Abrera of BSE319, and today I chose two characters to impersonate and to do an interview with, which would be Mrs. Malyard and Emily Gerson. So I hope you enjoy having an interview with them. Thank you. Well, my name is Emily Kirsten, and I live in the town of Jefferson. And as for my economic status, my family was very esteemed and once well regarded. But circumstances have changed over the years, and I'm currently single, having never married. And in terms of friends, I find solace in the memories of the past. And there are not many individuals I would consider close companions in the present, only myself. Well, for my beliefs in life in my perspective, it is actually a series of obligations and expectations. Well, there are certain order and decorum, that should be maintained, and one must really adhere to the values instilled by one's upbringing. And mostly, tradition and maintaining the family's reputation are paramount in my beliefs. So, those are the things that I really value in life. Well, that's a good question. So, for my influencers in life, I believe my father, Colonel Sartori's, he has been a significant influence in my life. His ideas of aristocracy, nobility, and preservation of our family standing actually shape my actions. And the societal expectations and norms prevalent in Jefferson also play a very crucial role in guiding my behavior. Um, I think my emotional state would be a complex tapestry, I guess. You know, happiness and sadness, they intertwine. They create a web of memories and experiences that are not easily unraveled. The weight of my past bears heavily on my soul, and I would be honest with that. And most of the time, it actually reflects in my demeanor. So, I guess that's my emotional status. Mm, did I live a meaningful life? Whether my life has been meaningful, I think it's a very subjective question. Well, I have to try to fulfill the duties expected of me, uphold the family name, and navigate the challenges life has presented. That's why I'm like this. However, the judgments of others actually they differ. And the peculiar circumstances of my existence might cloud my perceptions. So, I don't think that I have a very good answer with that question. As I've said, it's a very subjective question. Oh, so this will be your last question. Well, it was a very hard one. How I want to be remembered, it is such a very delicate matter. Ideally, I would like to be remembered as a woman who adhered to the values of time. How who faced adversity with resilience and whose actions were actually motivated by a very deep sense of duty and obligation. But the nuances of life may be misunderstood, as I am. But I hope there is an acknowledgement of the struggles and the sacrifices made in the name of tradition and family. Well, yeah, I guess that's how I want to be remembered for. Well, thank you so much as well for, you know, interviewing me. I hope you learned a lot and know me better with this interview. Thank you. Again, I am Emily Kirson. Have a good day. Hi, it is my pleasure to be interviewed today. Well, my name is Luis Maillard, and I reside in a small town. Economically, I think I am in the middle class and I'm living a modest life. And as for my marital status, I am married to Brentley Maillard, a man I thought I loved. My friend Josephine, she has been a very constant companion of mine, especially during times of need. I guess that's all. Well, as for my beliefs in life, I think in life I believe the pursuit of individual freedom and self discovery is very important. I yearn for moments of independence where I can explore my own identity as a woman and my own desires beyond societal expectations. Where I can be more as what they expect to be me. So, yeah, I think that is my beliefs in life. Well, I think it is basically a perspective. My biggest influencers are the ideas of freedom and self assertion. I've been influenced by feminist movements of the time, which have been planted seeds of rebellion within me. And these actual principles of autonomy and pursuit of personal happiness actually guide my actions and decisions. And I do not regret anything of it. I am happy. So I think that's the greatest influencers in my life. And if you ask me, well, it's a love-hate situation. It's a very hard question. But at this moment, my emotional status is complex and a mix of emotions. There's actually a strange of sorrow because of the loss of my husband. I know that at some point of my life, I loved him. But there is this undercurrent of joy and, liberation that as I contemplate the newfound freedom within me is actually unexpectedly come my way. So it's really complex of emotions that I feel right now. But as I've said, I think freedom makes me happy too. Well, I wouldn't say that, my life has been particularly meaningful until this pivotal moment, but the constraints of the marriage that had confined me over the years, but now with the prospect of the freedom, I really see so much potential and more meaningful things to happen in my life. And it made me have a self determined existence, which actually makes me happy. I think at this moment, I will be starting to actually live my life meaningfully. But there are happy moments with me and my husband, but still, this sense of freedom makes me want to do more as a woman. So, yes, I am so looking forward to embrace this freedom and live my life more meaningful than I was living it before. Well, that is a very hard question. Well, you know, as a woman who likes to speak up for all the woman has been confined in constraints of the marriage. Um, I would like to be remembered as the woman who dared to challenge the societal norms. You know, who sought her own path to happiness and self fulfillment. Everyone thinks that if your husband died, you should be so sad, you should not be moving forward. But I would like to be known as a woman who see this as a brighter side, but not in a bad way, because I value and treasure the times that I am with my husband. But despite of the brevity of my newfound freedom, I hope to be remembered as someone who glimpsed the possibilities of the life unrestrained by societal expectations. I just want to be the woman who's strong enough, not the one who's confined in a marriage, but a woman who has this big will of moving forward and doing the things that I want. So, thank you. I think this interview actually allows me to, you know, tell the world, tell the woman out there that you can be who you are. You don't need to respond to the societal norms or the expectations of everyone. Well, I hope that you enjoy and you got to learn from my answers. Again, I am Louise Meyer, and I hope you learned with me today. And I wish you well. And to all the women out there, I wish you take courage and step and move forward. Thank you.